It's maybe surprising but true, but no other research podcast earned recognition 2 years in a row in 2019 and then again in 2020 as being named one of the very best podcasts in the marketing research field. And we're proud that ours did earn that distinction. Research Business Daily Report is of what I speak. It dates back to February 2012, so we've been around for a while, and we are known as the research industry's only daily research video report. So enjoy today's RBDR and any other regular reports, and then please lend your support for our Research News video series. You can see on the screen to your right and my left right now where you can go to make a commitment. I'm Bob Lederer, now in my 26th year as the respected voice in market research. Last week we reported on a layered data quality capability that does show interesting promise. And at the conclusion of that report, I suggested that the relatively low extra cost of the steps taken by Research Defender, estimated at $8 for every 100 completes, still might not be acceptable by a lot of research end users. They're that tight with their budgets. So we reached out to Chuck Miller of DM2, who oversaw the Research Defender survey test of which we speak. And we asked him about my belief. Chuck had a handful of important things to say that I wanted to share with you. Chuck?
So what happened to the cost of sample last year during COVID? Last year, I think during the first half of the year, certainly we saw significant price compression. Everyone I speak with says that prices went down pretty significantly as demand decreased. I think that everyone can understand purses got a little bit tight. People didn't see the end of the tunnel. And so, for the first 6-9 months, for sure, things were a bit compressed there. As we got into the election cycle and demand for interviews picked up, prices increased. And then I think as we especially got to Q4 and people started looking ahead to 2021 and wanting to prepare the businesses, prices kind of returned to their 2019 levels. In terms of people's willingness to participate, given last year, a little bit more time spent behind keyboards, we did see, in some cases, an increase of availability of potential respondents. At the same time, there wasn't quite as much demand for them. So it may have been hard to keep new people engaged for a period of time until we got to the election cycle. But I think that, last year, just kind of the general reset, people at home might have afforded some opportunities there to engage people that hadn't been engaged previously. So I think that, was the client willingness in terms of wanting to pay more for data quality? I believe that we're at one of these inflection points where we've been for the past 20 plus years that I've been doing this, where, it seems like it's this constant kind of escalating arms race, if you will, between data quality, fraudsters wanting to get in and hijack surveys and earn incentives and that kind of thing. And at this point, over the last year, I've heard lots of people say fraud was rampant last year. I think multiple reasons for that. Potentially economic hardship due to the pandemic. I think a lot of people think, there's too much time spent behind keyboards and people are just looking to game systems and cause harm. But, I can tell you that I've saw significant data quality issues last year. I track this stuff with multiple providers. And it's something that due to that and due to an increase in the sophistication of gaming, bots, more advanced bots, more organized survey taking farms, people have seen studies that have been severely impacted. And as a result, I think that people don't want to get burned by that. And once they are burned, they're willing to look at new technologies, new methods and approaches to achieving better data quality. So when there's pushback for data quality, I think that, it's probably 50-50 in terms of an agency bumping up against a client that's got a fixed budget, or a procurement agency that's saying this is kind of what we're willing to spend. But maybe the other half of the time it is on the agency side wanting to be a little more proactive in what they might deliver to the end client. So it may be the agency pushing back, saying, really need to get this at the lowest price. I believe that we're at a place where we've got a little greater capability. New tools go a little bit beyond kind of the traditional, I'm just deduping respondents, to improve data quality. I think that there's a number of people that are working to, advance that technically with new technologies and that sort of thing. So I think that they're worth a look. Again, even if you've looked in the last couple of years and kind of cast things off and said, it's really not worth the extra cost. If you've encountered issues, and many people have, it's probably worth taking a second look at some of the new tools that are out there.
That wraps up Research Business Daily Report for today and for this week. We're thankful for your view of today's report and any other that you get yourself to view from the past and obviously in the future. We're presenting an insight, a news item, or a commentary every day that you're just not going to find anywhere else. After digesting today's video, and as you absorb other RBDR reports, we hope that it will build an appreciation for us and that you'll become an RBDR Patreon supporter. It's easy enough to do if you go to RBDR's exclusive crowdfunding platform at patreon.com/RBDR. We hope that everybody has a good research day and that this is a solid and profitable research week for you, whether you're doing research or providing it to someone else. Please, all of you, enjoy America's July 4th celebration this weekend. Now, RBR is going to take next week off, but we'll be back with you on Monday, July the 12th. And until then, please stay safe.